Hi everyone, welcome to the new moon in Pisces. Okay, it's March 13th, 2021. The new moon occurred in Pisces this morning, Eastern time at 5:21 a.m., Pacific time that would be 2:21 a.m. So everywhere across the world, no matter if it's March 13th or 14th, we are definitely in it. So Pisces, yay. I personally like Pisces because I am a Pisces. It's my sun sign. My birthday was a couple days ago. So, got some shakeups going on in my life for sure starting this new year. But everyone today is starting a new cycle in the new beginnings of the new moon. So, the interesting thing is Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. So we are collectively, we are collectively closing down an old cycle and we are opening up a new cycle at the same time. So it's almost like I'm feeling like the old cycles of the last year are closing down, and in the Pisces new energy, we are in this phase of where we're going to be able to really move into almost like preparing us for the new year when we go into Aries. This is a little bit of cleanup, but it's also about preparation for this new cycle. Now, as we all know, this is actually the right around the first year anniversary now of the great global pause that we have all been under in one way, shape, or another. And so the message that's coming through right now is it does have to say, like, okay, this next phase of this great pause, what direction are we preparing ourselves for? And how do we utilize the gifts of all of it? Now, Pisces, being the last sign of the zodiac, number 12, it is about the highest spiritual, esoteric concepts as we can achieve and thrive into as human beings. So it rules trust, acceptance, bliss, ecstasy, universal love, yoga, spirituality, meditation, and interestingly enough, sun sign wise, Pisces out of the 12 signs is the sign that most people are not born into. It has the least amount of people born into it, the lowest percentage population wise. So this is a sign that in some ways we have to grow into. And all of us collectively in this Pisces new moon are definitely growing into a new phase of relationship with our divine guidance, with our higher selves, and with the cosmic benevolent source of all. Aquarius tends to rule more the galactics, but Pisces, I feel, rules like source of all. Like, it's just like every guide that's benevolent and unconditionally loving. And whether it's the source of all, whether it's galactic, whether it is Mother Mary, it doesn't matter. It's all part of what comes into the oneness of Pisces, in that universal love factor. Now, the interesting thing is it's at 23 degrees. From my research, I've been able to see that this is the third new moon in a row that's at 23 degrees. So Capricorn, Aquarius, now Pisces. I didn't look up the Aries new moon, but I'd almost be kind of curious, right? 23, 2 plus 3 equals 5. It keeps on pointing back to us to the throat chakra. What is the throat chakra about? In very simplistic terms, purity, the voice, communication, and the truth. So, right? So this Pisces new moon, and Pisces at its lower vibration can rule deception. Okay, it rules the media, it rules the film industry. It's is illusion, and I'm not saying those are the negative aspects of it. However, it does rule illusion, and that's where film falls under that. Media falls under that, and so we want to be in the space right now, in this energy to going to the highest of the highs. Pisces is the extreme. It's one fish swimming upstream, the other fish swimming downstream. And so this is like, whoa, high, 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 like, communion with the source of all, and low, 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 down to the depths of, the shadow. And so what we're here to do today is to actually bring it into balance. And with our reading today, this reading, even though it's a Pisces New Moon reading, will actually be, really valid for the next 10 to, 14 days until we are in the, I think it's the full moon in Libra. Okay, so in that span. Now, and actually, a lot of people even say, like, they consider the new moon going all the way through to the next moon cycle. So the Aries new moon is, I believe, April 12th. So let's do that, because Spirit's like, no, this isn't just for today. You just need to do it in this energy. And so this is for the full month. Now, the other thing that Spirit did say to me is, if you do catch this, 6 months from now, whatever that new moon is, this reading can actually help to support and activate that new moon energy too. Basic, if you want to, for the new moon, write intentions, put yourself out there. This Pisces ruling meditation, yoga, spiritual practice of any and all sorts of unconditional love, definitely this is the energy to be doing it in this weekend. So, getting back to our reading, what came to me is we are going to be starting with the Work Your Light Rebecca Campbell deck that I love, love, love. Okay, this does have a lot of watery energy. Of course, I have my water over here. So, what we have to remember, Pisces is a water sign, and it is the most watery of the water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, those two animals can actually live on land. Pisces, the little fishes of Pisces, nope. We are fully a water sign. We cannot exist outside of water. It's one of the reasons the water was calling me. That's why I've moved to one of the states that's probably almost completely surrounded by water. Florida's a peninsula. I know there's probably a couple others like Alaska, maybe Maine and Texas that are peninsulas too here in the U.S. But this state is like big 3 sides of water. Gulf on the west, Atlantic on the east. Now, and we know that Florida is related to the dolphins. So dolphins are definitely a part of this energy. The other thing that we know is a lot of the Atlantean energy is being, I don't know if it's rising or it's being uncovered, but there is this pull that so many light workers are starting to migrate here to this state because of the close proximity, if you so believe, to Atlantis, or one of even the emanations of Atlantis here. So we are working with that energy in its most benevolent, loving form. And we're also going to be working with Lemuria. And Lemuria is definitely a part of that mermaid energy and the dolphin and the whale energy. And this deck was like, you have to pull us out and use us. So Lemurian Star Oracle by Leanne Carpenter and I think it's Mikhail Kroon. We'll be using that oracle. And then, of course, I am wearing my Save the Mermaids t-shirt to be in the spirit of it all. Spirit says there's no coincidence that we are in this 23 degrees, which is the 5 energy, the throat chakra, and also 5 is the number of change and freedom. Always remember that, right? Interesting how it comes from speaking the truth from the throat, right? Anyway, also the lapis lazuli also helps to open up the throat. And then what I have is there are pearls here too. So, and then I'm wearing my dolphins, and dolphin from Bali. Okay, so we've got the dolphin from Bali on too. So lots of water energy is in the element of water energy is in this reading here today. So water energy, can't do it without the mermaids. We'll be using Oracle of the Mermaids by Lucy Cavendish. And then finally, I was really pulled to get the divine doors out to see what the doorway is that is opening for us in this next new cycle. And I can tell you in my life, last year and this year, boy, I'm getting like big physical dramatic changes in my life, the direction of where I'm needing to go. So let's begin. I'm really feeling what I'm feeling is our overall message today of the Pisces New Moon. We're going to start with the Rebecca Campbell deck. Pull one from here, work your life. Oh, okay. There we go, right? And I was saying, I was like focusing on one card, and it was 2 cards. First, total Pisces energy, devotion, inner temple, going within, spiritual practice. Tune into the portal of your heart, devotion. Okay. The beautiful thing about what's going on right now is Pisces, to me, because of who I am, I always feel that Pisces is a heart-centered energy. So tuning into the portal of our hearts to really begin to, the heart and the throat, getting that connection going between the two. Also, too, interestingly enough, and I was going to, pull this when it came to the mermaids, but they're talking about the throat chakra. Like right now, singing and chanting, using that throat chakra is really going to tune us in powerfully. And in this new moon in Pisces energy, it's like using the proof. They're like, it's better than writing. For you to like pick a chant that you love and just chant it, or pick an affirmation and almost sing it like a mermaid, right? Like, I am bountiful and I am blissful and I am beautiful. I am. Even just sing-songing it like that, really being in that flow of not just straightforward, direct communication. I'm laughing because the guides are like, maybe you should do the rest of the readings. They're doing that sing-song, and I'm like, really? That's a lot. But anyway, so yeah. And also too, the take a break. I love this card. Oh, it's so gorgeous. And it's interesting because this card, the take a break card, it has water on it, but the inner temple card doesn't. So we're being guided to take a break, to, take some alone time, take some me time, to not rush. Like, it's almost like, even though this is new moon and there's all the planets are direct and we have a lot, like, oh yeah, we can really move. Like, I planned to do this today, but I was really guided to do it. But there is, like, you don't have to do everything at once right now. I am hearing that, astrologically with the new moon in Aries, that's considered more of like the new year astrologically, when we turn into the sun sign of Aries, and then that new moon is like, that double new beginnings energy. That's really the time. I keep on hearing preparation. This new moon is about preparation. So, this is about communing with the divine, getting the downloads, getting the ideas, getting the inspiration. Pisces are known as being the most creative of beings. This is the sign that rules creativity because it is the direct channel. You know, personally, I feel all artistry is a direct channel. And it could be you're channeling light and not so light. But the artistry is a channel of some sort. And so, especially, I'm getting from my artists out there, this is the time to, it's almost like meditate. If you're getting like, if you don't feel like creating, then sit down and meditate and just ask, open yourself up to your divine guidance of unconditional love and just say, please guide me to my next project or the next step in my current project. The other thing, too, is with this taking a break, I feel that this is not about like just rushing through everything, but I feel it's like if you're getting like an idea for a book and you only get the first chapter, it isn't about going into panic mode and being like, oh, this isn't a book. It's about, no, do the first chapter and then more will be revealed in the next new moon cycle. And also, too, both of these are talking about some sort of quiet time and of stillness. So getting off the treadmill if you can and just, sitting out in nature. I'm lucky I have a beautiful backyard to be able to do that in. And whatever works for you, that's what's coming through overall for this message. Now, what more do we need to know or do? And I'm going to use the Lemurian Star Child Oracle for that, really tapping into the Lemurian energy. Okay, well, this deck is huge. I'm like, oh, my poor little hands. Oh, well, one got left right here. Ah! Oh, this is hysterical. Oh, okay. That cracks me up. Travel. So, on two different levels. This is a time where we could be doing a lot of astral traveling. Pisces rules dreams. So some of you may be wanting to write down your dreams. Others of you may even want to be setting intentions to connect with the highest benevolent, unconditionally energies of your own soul lineages. And that may take you to Lemuria, Atlantis, or to your benevolent galactic soul tribe, and your soul families. So it may also to take you to other lifetimes. So whatever's for your best and highest good and the best and highest good of all. Now I am getting that, especially with the wings, I feel like there's going to be more flights that may be opening up. Now the stipulations to those flights could be just use your own discretion. And whatever I'm getting, in the lower vibration of Pisces, even though this is amazing, beautiful energy, we have Neptune in Pisces, the Sun in Pisces, the Moon in Pisces, and Venus in Pisces. This is actually really, really gorgeous. And they all love being in Pisces. All those planets love it. Love it, love it, love it. Sometimes, though, there can be a little bit of deception. So this is I almost feel like this is more about dreaming of where you would like to travel to this year or in 2022. Take that for what you will, in a really mainstream physical 3D way. Now, it does say inner and outer travel, and believe in yourself in big shifts. So inner and outer journeys. This may or this may not include literal travel. It's interesting because going to sacred sites may be you might be getting the full body yes. And that's really what the message is. Wherever you're going in the world, get that big full body yes, because you're being divinely guided. And so I never thought that this would be, a message that would be coming up. Personally, I feel in the Pisces energy, because it's all about the inner realms of Pisces. I mean, we got the inner temple card and the take a break card. So this is about, yeah, we can go like on a lot of inner journeys right now, whether it's through meditation, plant medicine, guided meditation, whatever means, walking in nature, whatever means it is. Also, too, I do find it fascinating that we do have the dragon energy here, and so that's almost more of an air sign energy. I'm also getting, since the blue dragon, that it is about opening up the throat chakra too. I feel like there are going to be possible announcements that are going to be made about travel in the next month cycle. And those may be stipulations and requirements about what's going to be asked of us if we want to travel, especially internationally, or even between provinces and states. I am going to pull a clarifying card. Oh, they're telling me to pull, actually, I'm going to use the Moonology deck. I pulled this one out and I'm like, oh, I'm not going to use this. They're telling me pull a clarifying card from Moonology Oracle Cards by Yasmin Boland. Okay, what is our clarifying card for the travel message? Oh, there we go. Okay. New Moon in Gemini, communication is key. Okay. I really feel there is going to be new communications coming out about traveling. That's our basic, physical message about travel. So I'm also getting, for those of you who are traveling, just pay attention to what's going on in the country that you're, or even the state that you're traveling to. Okay, just know that. The other part about this is communication is key. Boy, oh boy, I'm getting like this big, like, knock, knock, knock on the door, where spirit is really wanting to communicate with us, really wanting us to just like pause, listen, and to be, because we are receiving big, huge downloads right now. They're showing me this, these four planets that are in Pisces, and they're especially showing me Venus. So, I feel like there's this big potential download, especially when it comes to romantic love. Venus is known as the goddess of love in the Roman pantheon. So partnership, I feel like it's possible we may be getting downloads about sacred union when it comes to, what's going on right now, when it comes to this communication, this divine communication. And, some of us may be, that sacred union, maybe that person may not be like in the same city, or maybe in the same town, or in the same state or province or community, or even country. But, yeah, I am feeling that and the fact that it's also Gemini, the twins. This to me is feeling that, I'm not a big proponent of the typical twin flame theory. That isn't what I have received. However, I do feel that there are these extraordinarily close soulmates that are like twin rays, twin souls to us. And I do feel that this also is potential about developing these kinds of relationships, if not in sacred union with a romantic partner or your current partner, if that's what you desire, but also in community. I do love the fact that this is in Gemini. Gemini is right now in the North Node. So the North Node is our Dharma, collectively. Everybody's Gemini. The Gemini's in, the North Node's in Gemini. So that means this is for the collective. So the collective is in a place of knowing and communicating at a higher vibrational 5D plus level to be able to relate to each other as individuals, whether they agree with them or not. And so there is also there are these communities that are going to be formed where people are going to begin migrating to. That's part of the travel. Is, people are going to, there's going to be even more migration, they're telling me, for the remaining part of 2021. And so this is because we are all going to our twin souls. We are all headed towards, whether that's a sacred union or not, but it's definitely soul tribe. And I can't stress it more and more that everyone listen to your intuition right now. Whatever's coming up for you, intuition is key for the next step on your journey, whether it's your inner journey or your outer journey. Okay? So, the mermaids wanted to talk about, the mermaids are known for their siren song. They're known for singing. They're known for their communication. And they want to give us a message about this 23 degrees in Pisces, this throat chakra correlation. Let's see what okay, here we go. Look at that. Air. I love it. Breathing deep, entering into life, exchange of life-bringing energies. So there we are. Okay, so what do we need to maintain life? Of course, it's air. What do we need to, like working with singers for 30 years, filling that lung capacity with air. I mean, they are amazing breathers. So many yogis are amazing breathers too, right? Dancers, athletes. And so we are really, Gemini is very much an air sign. It's mutable air. So this new moon in Gemini, message about communication is key. What I'm getting is like, pranayama is great over the next month if you're into that, any kind of breath work. Also, too, this message about the air element. This is also confirming our new beginnings, where more and more truthful, unconditionally loving communication channels will be opening up. In a physical way, and through, an esoteric manner also. This is telling us also to take a breath before we speak. Take a breath, breathe deep. The other thing is, if you are in a situation where someone is really emotional or angry, what I have found, I use this, is or scared, you can slow your breath down consciously, and it will calm them down. The slower the breath, the calmer the mental state, the calmer the person can become. And so just, keep that in mind. I do have to say, though, this looks like a very romantic kind. They look like they're going to kiss each other and give each other's breath. And so I do feel that this is also kind of a wink and a nudge by spirit about, the twin coming together for some of you with your twin, your twin ray, your twin soul, your beloved, a soulmate. Okay, whatever, category, if you want to put it in a category, but a very closely aligned soul for you who's been on this journey. Okay, overall, new moon in Pisces. What is the door we're now working through in this new moon? What new door are we walking through? What's the new adventure here? I'm going to turn them. They're like, I'm going to turn them this way. Woo! Wow, 3. So we're going to do the 3. Oh, I love it. First one, total confirmation. Intuition. Intuition. Simple, complex words. What does it say? I'm sorry, I can't see it in the reflection. Words of pain or words that heal. You come to know truth by the way that it feels. Okay. Here's the doorway. I love that too. Double doors, just like the twins, just like, we've got 2 mermaids on this card. We've got the twins of Gemini on this card. We've got the 2 humans on this card. This double door. I'm really feeling partnership is a part of where we are stepping into and opening up our intuition. And this is reminding us to use it. This is a great time. We've got, a lot of planets. Stay grounded as best you can, but we've got a lot of planets in Aquarius and a lot of planets in Pisces. This is a cosmic connection that can be formed here with the source of all. Also, too, to me, this always looks like the third eye here, because this doorway is not just these 2 doors, but it goes all the way, all the way up and around. Third eye here. Opening that up. I'm wearing my color of the third eye. Dark blue. Okay, that's the first one that popped out. Second one, how interesting. They look, okay, they're all wooden doors. And if many of you have seen this deck, you know that they are not here. I'll just pull the third one up too. All 3. Actually, I think this one was the third one, so I'll keep that one as the third. Look at this. 3 wooden doors of different shapes. 3 wooden doors of different shapes. Now, I'm going to quickly show you. Look at this. Look at these different photos, right? Sorry, they're upside down. Okay, different photos. All different types of doors here, right? Look at that. So you can see this is not, there's something about this wooden door, and they're all double doors. They're all double doors. 3 wooden double doors. The second card is a stranger's grace. So that's this one. So it says, ego fears the sudden danger, but never underestimate the kindness of a loving stranger. Boy, this thing about soul tribe, soul family, I do feel that there's going to be a lot of community building that is taking place on the higher planes right now. And we are communing because, when we're communing with our soul tribe, whether we know them physically or not, or whether they're here physically or not. And I'm really feeling that there is a lot of help out there. But what I'm feeling more and more is this gelling of people coming together. That's part of what the travel is like me, I moved over 2,500 miles because I was being called to be in a soul tribe that was calling me here in Florida, right? So I'm feeling that that's a lot of what's going on in the travel message, that we're being guided. I almost feel like the travel is more about relocation than it is about like vacation or like even like yatra, spiritual journey, going to sacred sites. And for those who are doing work, like let's say like going to the sacred sites, it will be a returning to places that have already been home to you that you recognize. So it's like, and then reaping the gifts of those prior homes. house. And then for those that are vacationing at a different place, I'm almost feeling like people are going to like be choosing their vacations in a way of potential places that they might want to either like really move to soon or move to, or all of a sudden like they get there and they're like, oh, this is what I've been looking for. This is home. I'm moving here. Okay, one of those really big aha moments. That's really a lot of what that travel, now that it's all together, that travel is coming through. And the communication is just keeping open. And, we're going back to that intuition card. Keeping your communication open, especially if you are looking to travel, if you are looking to move, relocate, keeping it open and like keeping the communication going with spirit. Show me the way, show me the way, show me the way. And also too, letting people know, like, oh, or talking to people like, oh, I heard about this place. Have you ever been there? Have you lived there? On and on and on like that. Okay. So there we go. Because that person who's a stranger is not going to remain a stranger long. They are so They're so family. Okay. Last but not least, and this is such a gorgeous like card. It's called, and here we are. Oops, and you see the doors opening, and you can see the little baby lotus right here. And then I have to move this up so you all can really see it. You see the lotus right there, and then the lotus down here. And so the name, and of course we know the lotus is the flower of spiritual enlightenment. That's what, it's all that like coming from the mud and up into the, breaking through the water. The thing is, this is telling me this new moon in Pisces is our opportunity to really break through the water as lotuses. We were really swimming in the depths of water as a collective. Okay, the last year, this being essentially the first year anniversary of the Great Pause, and this is a time where so many of us actually can rise to the surface. It's like, oh yeah, we've done that inner work. We've got the inner temple, the inner journey. We got the travel card, the inner journey. So this is where the lotus rises up to the top. And it says, the name of the card is the Sacred Lotus. Okay, there you go. Compassion in action, the chosen tool. I see now the lotus in your spirit's jewel. Okay. Wow. Last year the message came through so strongly about compassion, associated with like the heart chakra, right? However, in this Pisces energy, Pisces rules acceptance and compassion. So the sacred lotus is reminding us that as we enter this next cycle, preparing for the new astrological new year in Aries, that compassion is the tool that moves us forward. And in some ways, like, oh, that's such a beautiful word, but what does it mean? And compassion to me is that everyone just recognizing that that person is you, and knowing that you could be in their shoes, and that it's the acceptance of a person for who they are, and big one in these days and in times, for what they believe, and we've got a lot of communication here from what they're saying, and so using that tool of coming from the heart, and ultimately love always prevails. And if you notice, putting up our 3 wooden doors here, 1, 2, 3, right? Our intuition door, right? Here we go. Our intuition door, which is this one, is closed. It has it has that little, like, I almost feel like calling it an escape route, escape hutch, up here at the top. And then this one, the next one here with the double doors. And it's funny, like this almost has like a flower. Almost, it looks like it's like the beginning of a fleur de lis in a way. Is there a... Oh, not in the door itself, but yes, you can see up here, right there, that's actually a hole too. So there, it's like these little cracks, these little openings in these first two doors. But when we get to the Lotus, look at that. It's really coming open. The locks have been undone. And we are ready to step through and over that threshold. Step through this doorway of compassion. Be the Lotus, right? And step into the threshold of compassionate Lemurian 5D plus embodiment. Yeah, and I'm getting, I thought that would be the end, but I'm getting like, okay, Lemurian. Like the Lemurian, I feel like I have to draw a Lemuria card now about that, because they're like, it's Lemurian energy. The energy of compassion, the energy of love. It's all heart-filled. It's so Venusian. You know, Venus is in Pisces. Pisces has that real heart energy to it. And even though it's, you know, Leo rules the heart and rules love, but Pisces rules universal love. And so, and the Lemurians were all about this concept of bringing heaven to earth, universal love, Garden of Eden kind of energy. So, whoops. I'm like, okay, one card here. Oh, this is such a huge deck. One card to close here from the Lemurians of unconditional love. Oh, I'm getting like two. So, another Pisces. Total Pisces. Virtue. Surrender. We have Ellen of the Waves. It's interesting. I don't know that much about her. I believe she's a Celtic goddess. A goddess. I think she's a Welsh goddess. And it says, attune to nature's signs to find your way. Follow your heart. Here we go. And surrender. Surrender card. Release misaligned energies. Retune to your truth. Okay. Pisces, universal love. We are following our hearts to uncover the truth within us, to mine that diamond, to allow that lotus to rise to the surface through surrendering to our intuitive soul guidings and the messages of love within us. Okay, everyone. So many blessings to you, and I will see you soon. Bye now. Much love.